do you follow a school principal? As the venture guy, right? Hi everyone, I'm Mazzeo, class 2001. Thank you for having me tonight and giving me a chance to speak to all of you. Thank you to Freeman's for hosting, and for the staff for putting together an incredible dinner. That was awesome. So Ed asked me to come up here and speak, and the only advice he gave me was speak from the heart about the impact that Harvard-Westlake had on you. There's no pressure, right? And I don't even know where to start, because when you think about how expansive Harvard-Westlake's impact has been, for me, there's a bunch of different angles I could have taken with this moment. Do I start with stories about how Who and Hybrix and Hudnut and a lot of Who's, of course, and Mero and a whole bunch of others in Corso and Paul Young shaped my life, and maybe the man that you see in front of you, and you can blame them for this. But honestly, I couldn't think of a single appropriate Corso quote, so I had to scrap that. And then I started thinking, do we go through a list of friendships and weddings and funerals and births of children, and that all started with roots in the Great Hall, and I only have 4 minutes, that would take all night. And so instead, he said something personal, and so here we go. Last time I saw Rick Commons speak was at Friedman's house, and he was talking about the impact of financial aid for families in moments of sudden need and crisis, and how it can be a world-changing moment for a family. What you didn't know was we were actually talking about my situation and my family very specifically, because as an entering 7th grader, my dad, who was a Vietnam vet with Agent Orange exposure, was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And I'd gotten in, and all of a sudden our happy, comfortable, middle-class life gets turned upside down. Dad's unable to work, and mounting healthcare bills forces my mom, who didn't have a college degree, to work as a grocery bagger to pay the bills for my brother, my sister, and I. And so when Harvard-Westlake named me the Bishop Garber Scholar in my 7th grade, and paid for tuition and books and school trips and my college tour, Ms. Mero and Ms. Peru, sorry, and lunch, it very literally changed my life. And at a moment when every penny counted, it was the hand up that we needed to get through it. And so thank you for making that possible. We talked about income disparity today, and a world where social mobility is more challenged than ever, and the American dream of having a better life for your kids is blurrier than it's ever been, less certain than it's ever been. And we look at those stats and they're really scary. But I'm standing here today as somebody who benefited from the generous donations that all of you provided. And rather than having the reset button pressed on our journey as immigrants, I got to have a springboard into a better life. And so thank you for having me here. Thank you for letting me say thank you. It means a lot, and it changed my life. And so I'm very grateful for being there when I needed